late, guys. There's actually people waiting. See, I like finally figured out that if I put the live up beforehand, that can happen. So if you guys would just let me know that you can hear me all right, someone just let me know so that I don't ever want to have that issue again where it's like just super messed up. I'm gonna pause that. All right, how's everyone doing? Are you guys good? Hello, Brian Miller. Oh, hi. You can hear me loud and clear. That's great. I almost feel like being like, where's everyone from? Say what country you're from. Why do people always love doing that? Say where you're from. Tell me your zodiac sign. I don't know what. Yeah. Okay. So should I just like jump into this? I have my beauty water. I have everything. I'm good. I'm settled. All right. So like, hello. Hi, Fish. Fish F83. I love how original people are with their names. Like, I am so boring. I never come up with anything like that. An intriguing video title. It is intriguing, isn't it? Scotland, Virgo. Scotland. I want to go to Scotland. I was just watching like a video tour of Outlander places in Scotland, and it looks beautiful. Not because I don't even watch Outlander, but anyway, I was just looking at castles in Scotland. So that's very cool. One day I'll go. All right. So yeah, I chose this title because, yeah, I said last time that I was going to talk about kindness and niceness, like being nice. But I kind of want to take, I don't know, but you guys might kind of be surprised by what I have to say about this. Because it's not going to be like, it's free to be kind or that kind of thing. Like, just be nice. I'm not actually going to say that. Oh, I like that. One tin soldier. I would know who you, I would still know who it was you. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you like, hey guys, you should be kinder and you should be nice and you should just really care about one another and you should do good things to one another and you should like you should do all of those things just because it makes the world a happier place. And like I personally like fully feel happy when I do good things for others. It gets me out of my problems. It gets me like out there interacting with other people, and like I just feel good. I just feel like really pumped up when I do a nice thing. Like it's really simple, but my sister had parent-teacher interviews, and so that takes like all day. And I remember being like, oh, you're gonna be at school all day. Okay. And her school's like really close to me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for Starbucks. What do you want? And I just like got her a bunch of Starbucks stuff. And I was like, who are your teacher friends there? I'm gonna get stuff for them too. And it was just like, because I had the time and I was like, why not? And I felt so good about that afterwards. Okay, so like for me, it really works being nice. I just really enjoy it. But I haven't always appreciated this about myself. And I haven't always been a nice person, meaning that like I've probably been nice in some areas, but I haven't been what I am now. And also, by the way, you should know like I'm Canadian, so that's kind of a cultural thing. Maybe it's not. I'm sure there's mean Canadians, but also it's kind of just, and I have really nice parents. I have really nice parents, and like the first thing my dad will ever say about anyone is like, they're nice or they're smart. That's what he cares about in a human being. So it makes sense that I would care about that too. Polite. Polite is like a different thing. And I'm also kind of talk about things that, like what kindness is and what kindness isn't. Anyway, but I wanted to kind of talk about like where I am coming from, like things I used to get caught up with when it comes to niceness that now kind of like work out for me, but whatever, where I've come from and where I've arrived. All right, so one of the things that I used to strongly believe was that people were just being nice to me. I don't know where I got this idea. I think someone must have said it to me one time when I was very little, like, they're just being nice to you. And I took this like, oh, no. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff. I was like, oh no, they're just being nice to me. And literally like this followed me into like a long time where I was like, people are just being nice to me. Sorry, this sounds really funny in hindsight. People are like, yeah, of course they're being nice to me. They're just being nice to me. So for a long time I had like an assumption people were just nice to me. But to me it was like a really sad story that like, oh, they were just trying to be nice. I don't know why that's so funny. It's because I thought it was such a terrible thing. I thought it meant something really bad about myself that they would do that. Okay, so it had this like negative bent. And I also kind of had that about myself. Like I thought being nice was a weakness. And I'm not crazy for thinking that because there's lots of things out there that say like you can't be a pushover, you gotta be tough, like no one likes you if you're nice, oh, you're such like a doormat or whatever, stop being so nice, stop like putting other people first, stop doing that, like no one likes that, you're never gonna get anywhere in life, whatever. I had a lot of beliefs about that. So it was like this bad thing that I was so nice. And and yeah, that can be true if you want it to be true. And it doesn't have to be true if you don't want it to be true. Okay, so I don't care how many movies out there are like, she picks the bad guy or the bad boy. Okay, she doesn't pick the bad boy, by the way, if you've been paying attention. She doesn't. She picks the nice guy. She picks the guy who like appears bad but is nice. Anyway. And same goes for like the tough girl. Anyway. Okay, but so like with everyone being nice to me, now what it is like everyone's still really nice to me but I no longer have anything around it, and it's just like, oh, like people are just nice, and I'm like, oh, that's, I don't know, I don't make it mean anything negative about myself anymore, but I haven't changed that assumption. Okay, so that's number one. And like for myself, for my own personality, I think in some ways I am nicer, I am kinder, but I'll explain why. I am no longer like, how do I put this? I know I just told you like the Starbucks story, but I am no longer going out of my way to be nice in order to. Okay? So when it comes to being nice or being kind, it all matters about where you're coming from. Okay? And a lot of people, not a lot of people, but like I've seen some kind of stupid self-help videos out there that have really scared me, to be honest, about being nice. I hate those coaches now. Like, unfortunately, they're people that I used to watch and really, like, respect. And now I'm like, that's stupid. Like, there's someone I'm not going to mention, but he was, like, talking about being a nice guy and how terrible it is. You have to stop being the nice person. Anyway, it matters where you're coming from. Because if you're coming from, like, I need to control my reality. I need to control and manage and manipulate other people in order to be safe, to be secure, to be liked, to be chosen, to be wanted, to be accepted, whatever it is. Then you're coming from that end, right? Where potentially you might not be. And so you need to do things in order to please other people. And one of the things that you figured out that does that is being nice. Okay, then you're trapped in that loop. All right, and I used to have some of that where I was, what it felt like was like I was constantly making up for myself. To me, what I used to have was like, this sounds really sad, but it was almost like apologizing for existing, if I'm being really honest. Like I felt like I was taking up space. I didn't deserve to be there. I just needed to apologize for my existence, and it was like anyone who was there, I needed to make sure that I appreciated them and that I was a good, kind person so that they would keep me around. There it is. Okay. I don't have that anymore. Thank goodness. Okay. But that hasn't, so what I've changed though hasn't been my actions so much or like my personality. You don't ever have to change your personality if you don't want to. What's changed is like my belief on my own worth and like the outcome if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, or like if I'm not super nice or like super friendly or super happy, or I don't like say the nice thing. Like now I just accept that it's okay. Like I kind of just accept that every interaction I'm safe, it's okay. Whatever I do, whatever I say, it's okay. And I don't have any attachment to, if I am nice and I like do a good thing for someone, I don't have any attachment that like, okay, like, did they receive it? Like, am I okay now? Am I okay now? Did I do enough? Did I do enough? Another thing that like this used to happen for me about was apologizing. I remember specifically, the thing about people who apologize a lot is like they're constantly apologizing for everything, for everything. And this isn't to say that I don't apologize. I apologize a lot. I don't have to, because you can just always assume that like you have nothing to apologize for. You can have that. I don't know what you guys think about that, but you can have that. But now I apologize and I let it go. I let it go immediately. So if I do something, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And to me, that just means like I respect you, basically. Like it was never my intention if I did anything that hurt you. I'm so sorry, that wasn't my intention. But I expect, oh, I'm not gonna, we'll see. Okay. Sorry, I just like saw the comment about, yeah. Not that it isn't important, but what was I saying? What was I saying? Okay, so like you just have to get to the place where like it's okay. It's okay that you do things, and that everyone understands. Like you get to make the rules for your reality. So I would say if you do a faux pas, like you get to have any assumption that you want about this. You could have like, I never mess up actually, or everyone finds my mess ups really charming, or like it's okay, they totally forgot about it. It's like forgettable, it's forgivable, or they do that all the time, or actually it makes me like super quirky and cute, or whatever it is. If you've like really screwed up, yeah, I would apologize, but I would let it go. Like forgive yourself first. That's a really big thing. It's just like forgive yourself and be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. If you're seeking forgiveness from someone else, they can't give it to you until you give it to yourself, because they're you pushed out and they're going to keep reflecting back your concept of yourself or your concept of them in relationship to you. So you're never going to get that forgiveness from them if you assume that they can never forgive you. You're just not. You're not. So you have to do that first. You have to take that step first. And the same goes with other people too. Other people too. You don't have to forgive anyone, but you get stuck with that anger. You get stuck with that. I know people have like a really hard time with like letting people off the hook or like forgiving them, but you're the one stuck with it. You really are, and you have a choice. You have a choice any minute. Like, I'm not angry at them anymore. You might feel angry still. You might still have thoughts, I'm angry. You might still have those, but that's not who you are, okay? You deciding in that moment, I'm no longer angry. I have forgiven them. That's you, and now you just need to hold that space, okay? All right, so is that okay? And I also want to kind of, so like circling back to like kindness and niceness, you don't have to be kind. You do not have to be. Nope. And I also feel like there's this big push now, specifically within kind of like law of assumption or like manifesting or self-help or self-development. There's kind of like this like boss bitch like attitude out there that people are like, oh my god, I love it. And I think it's just because they dealt with like the soft-spoken woman for so long that now they really appreciate that totally different energy. Yeah, you can be that like mean person. To me it like comes across mean, whatever, it's like bossy energy. Okay, you can be that and I have no issue with it. It's just that you don't have to change your personality ever in order to have the life you want, in order to have the relationships you want, in order to be respected, loved. Like, you do not have to. Okay, like we've watched enough makeover movies where like the person gets the makeover, the person like completely changes, but then like really they realize they never had to change at all. Okay, because who you are is great. And so if your personality is naturally really nice, it works for you to be nice. It doesn't mean you're a pushover. okay? And if you're just not that person, if you're not, like, I think sometimes when we're talking about niceness, we're talking about gentleness. We're talking about like a specific kind of energy that's like, that's just kind of softer and gentler and like, I don't know how else to put that. I'm somewhat hesitant to use the word energy, but it's kind of just like more, smell more like velvety, you know? Okay, if that's you, that's fine. That works. People like that. That's needed. That's good. You don't have to become tough. You don't have to become a boss bitch if that's not your personality. You don't have to be a tough guy. You don't have to be like, like macho or I don't know. You don't have to. It works. Who you are naturally works. And if you want to change it, you can. Okay? And I also kind of want to address what's this called? Maybe this is like a bit old. Maybe this has fallen out of favor. But I was talking to a friend about this, about, what's it called? I always forget what it's called. But it's like when, oh, pickup artists? Is that what it is? PUA? Okay. And like, and needing to like neg a girl or like show kind of like disdain or be like a little bit disagreeable, kind of like go up against her a little bit, and that's what they respond to. They don't want you to just agree with them all night long. Okay, like, first of all, I don't think, again, it's like where you're coming from. If you're intentionally being like, I have to agree with everything this person says in order for them to continue talking to me, yeah, that's not a good place to be. But doing the opposite is still manipulating. You know what I mean? Now it's just, oh, there's a different set of rules. Okay, so now I have to not like what this person says. In both scenarios, you're not actually being yourself. You're not actually responding to, like, in the way that you would just respond if you had absolute freedom. Okay, so that's what it comes down to. If you knew you were totally safe in the situation, how would you actually respond? And whatever that is, that's great. That works. If you assume it works. If you think, oh, they don't like it when I do that, or oh, it doesn't work for me, or oh, I'm too nice, I'm too kind, like, yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. It's not you being nice. And people are like, oh, it comes across as very confident if you're able to kind of go up against someone and disagree with someone. Sure, it comes across as confident because you're doing what you want. That's what confidence is. Okay? So, sure, that looks confident, but if you're actually doing what you want and you agree with the person and you're just like enjoying the conversation or whatever it is, you don't have to worry about it. Like, a lot of this, I think people like sometimes talk about this as like, oh, they're in their head too much, meaning like, but what this actually means is like you're planning. You're like in the moment planning your moves, like you're on a battlefield and you're like, I have to do this, this, this in order for this, this, this outcome. Okay? And that's what in your head means. All right. You're in your head. I'm sorry to say you're in your head, but you don't have to be planning your life like a battlefield. You don't have to be stressed out like that. You don't. You can just be like, you really can. And assume that it'll be okay. Assume that it'll be okay. Just like let it go. Let it go. Every time you find yourself being like, I did that, or I did that, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And think to yourself like, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. And think to yourself in that moment too. It's good. It's good. It's good. Like, who I am is enough. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Until where you actually want to get to is the place where you're not questioning yourself. You're just in the moment. And it doesn't even occur to you. Like, this is when you know you really have it. It doesn't even occur to you that someone didn't like you. Or like that you were too nice. Like, that's not even a thought in your head. That's where you want to get to. But you don't just like jump there, or most people don't just jump there if you're coming from someplace really different. So, okay. If violence is the only language you speak, I mean, yeah, I think I'm talking about like, I think I'm talking to the nice people more than I'm talking to the mean people right now. Maybe I should like talk to the mean people. Why are you so mean? Who hurt you? No. For some reason, I was thinking about this before I went on the live stream. I was thinking about, do you guys know Angels in America? It's LaCroix? LaCroix? How do you guys say it? I say LaCroix because Montreal. The mean language. Okay. So I was thinking about Angels in America, which is a play by Tony Kushner, and it's amazing, and you all should watch the Andrew Garfield live version that has been filmed, and I don't know where you find it, but I saw that in the theaters, and it was really good. Like, I think Andrew Garfield's a really good actor. Hi, Andrew. And anyway, it's about the AIDS crisis. Okay, and there's this, hey, I'm great, how are you? Okay, it's about the AIDS crisis in America, but there's angels, so it's fabulous. And it's like 2 parts, it's very long, but you guys should watch it, all right? Anyway, there's this character in Angels, yeah, Spider-Boy, yeah, but he plays like, Proctor, I think that's his name. He plays the main guy. Anyway, there's this character, really unlikable character, who is played in that version by Nathan Lane. Is that right? The guy, Timon, right? Is that his voice? Anyway, he does him. And this is like just the most like miserable, like horrible person you've ever met. Like antagonist, whatever, of the story. Of a kind. I don't want to spoil it for you. But anyway, should I spoil it? Anyway, you like think because of how things are usually designed. Oh, he's gonna have this redeeming moment. Like when he's at his weakest, he's gonna show his soft underbelly. He never does that. In fact, he says that. He gives this like amazing speech and he's like, oh, like where he fakes being that person and then he laughs in the guy's face. And you're like, oh my God, you're just evil. Okay, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but all right. Okay, that's you. You do you. You do you. I'm not gonna spoil it. I mean, if you think about what I said it's about, you can put it together. I really mean that. Like, you do you. If you wanna be that, okay. Okay, how's that going for you? Again, like, you make the rules. So this is why a lot of me included, when I got into like law of attraction stuff or like gratitude or just like self-development, it was like connect to your heart and reach out to all your family members and like just be this good person, thinking that was going to get me what I wanted. Like, this sounds really terrible, but that I kind of had that. It was like, okay, I've been a terrible person. If I like repent and I do good things, I will get good things in my life. Yeah, and like it worked and it didn't. What I got was I mean, it was a long journey, but like I got happier. Did I get the things I wanted out of doing that? No, because I thought like I had to prove myself. I thought, oh, if I do good things, then okay, then I've earned it. No, you've earned it when you decide you've earned it. And that has nothing to do with you being a nice person or not. I don't know what you guys feel about that, but that's actually true. And that's why you have like billionaires who are not nice people, because that's not part of their formula. They don't like adhere to that. They're not like, I have to be nice in order to succeed. It doesn't mean that they couldn't succeed by being nice, but it just means it wasn't part of their formula. Okay? And so you can have everything you want and still be mean. Like, you can, but I don't want to be mean, because to me, being mean is like, I don't want to treat people badly. That just wouldn't feel good with me. And maybe like their thing is they don't even see that they're being mean to other people, but I don't know. Like, am I speaking to the mean people? It's just like, and I also think it's a defense mechanism. So it's closing off a certain part of you. I don't judge billionaires. I actually don't. I'm always like, they might be great people. Yeah, whenever my mom was like, Jeff Bezos has enough money, I'm like, good for Jeff. Um, so I can only really talk about myself, but I've had like some relationships in my life where like one. Again, I thought I had to be tough. I thought I had to be mean. I thought I had to close off a certain part of myself. I thought I had to like prove that I wasn't affected by other people because I didn't want to look weak. And it was also probably like kind of revenge. Like, this is something that I think a lot of people do is they pull their love away. They're like, I'm mad at you, so I'm never going to be nice to you again. I'm like not going to care about you anymore. Yep, you don't get that person anymore. But who you're actually robbing it from is yourself. That's it. You're just robbing it from yourself. Now you're just the one who's tough, who's mean. And maybe that really works for you. Maybe it really does, but it's not something I want. So this is kind of like me just saying, you get to be who you want to be. It's just, is it who you want to be? Is it the experience you want to have? And if everyone is you pushed out, meaning like everyone is a part of you, how do you want to like see your reality? Do you constantly want to be like, oh, that person, oh, that person? Like, do you constantly want to be like judging or feeling jealous or feeling mean or just being cold? Like, do you want to be cold? Is that something you want to experience? Or would it be better that everyone you see is like your best friend and you respect them and you love them? Doesn't that feel better? Doesn't it feel better to feel loving than to feel cold or angry or upset or any of that? For you, how does it feel? Not for them. For you, how does it feel? And so you think you're punishing them. You're not. You're punishing yourself. And you can stop that any moment. All right. I think if you guys have questions about that, I want to talk about it. I want to know your questions. But I also, yeah, I said that like I had other thoughts. So this is just totally different topic. Totally different, but it's something that happened this morning. And, yeah, it all went downhill after me. Better to be kind for you. No, it's not. And tough, oh, sorry. Being tough, okay, wait, I wanted to do a few more things before I just like have my total like other rant about something else. Okay, something else I want to talk about. Yes, being tough is not about like being mean. Being tough is like, what do you accept? Like, who are you and how gritty are you? How resilient are you? Like, how much are you like, no, I'm here. That's toughness. Toughness is like toughness is actually like, you are way tougher if you continue to love, if you continue to believe in people, if you continue to have faith in yourself and say, I'm a good person. That's tough. That is really tough of you. Like, that takes way more strength than just putting up a stupid little shield, a stupid little like eggshell. No, I'm mean now. That's not tough. That's easy. That just pushes people away. Oh, okay, cool. So you never get to have nice interactions, and that's just, yeah, that's really tough of you. Yeah, that shows a lot. Yeah, not forgiving someone, that's really tough of you. Yeah. Anyway, and then the other thing I want to talk about with like niceness, I think I kind of, so in terms of like wanting others to be nice to us, okay, do you actually want them to be nice? And I think sometimes we do. Like, everyone is coming from a different place and everyone has different experiences. And I think sometimes literally people want kindness. People want that gentleness. People want someone who just like holds them in a certain way, you know? And it also might be possible that what you actually want is respect. And that can mean a whole slew of things, but that's what you actually want. You don't want niceness. You don't want icing sugar. You want respect. You want people to understand, see, and appreciate you. You. You want to be validated. You want to be okay. You want to be wanted. And that has nothing to do with whether they're gentle with you. Sometimes they're tough with you. Sometimes they're hard with you. Sometimes, like, they're mean to you. Yeah, and they yell at you and they say things. But they say it because they respect you, actually. And you get to interpret the meaning of it, how people treat you. So that isn't to say that, like, you can't want people to be gentle with you. If that's really what you respond well to, great. Know that about yourself. I know that, like, my last therapist and probably my last therapist, nothing against her, was really kind. And again, I have this assumption that everyone is really nice to me, so she was really nice to me. Really nice to me. And I remember her, like, trying really hard to validate me and being like, yeah, that's tough. Sorry. Yeah, that sounds really hard. She was doing her best. She was doing her best. And I remember, like, looking at, I was like, what? What are you doing? And that was also me, like, well, whatever. I was actually coming from a place of, like, I wanted her to bitch slap me out of that. I wanted her to be like, stop it. Hey, stop saying these things about yourself. Stop it. If you're gonna talk that way, like, you can leave. Take your money and go. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted that because I wanted someone to do that for me because I wasn't doing it for myself. I wanted that tough love because I'd never really gotten it. And I saw that in movies and things and I was like, that's cool. I want that. I did. I wanted that, like, movie scene where the tough coach is like, no, I'm not giving up on you. I've, like, always wanted that. I've always wanted the person who's like, we're doing this. And they don't put up with my bullshit. And they take me where I want to go. And they don't take no for an answer. So, anyway, that's, like, that. But that's me. That's me. Would I want that from everyone? Probably not. That would be difficult. Maybe. Would I want from? I don't think I would. I like a variety. Okay, so that. Yeah. I don't feel that way anymore. Yeah, I don't feel that way anymore. I'm kind of over it. I'm over it. I swear to God, everything has just been influenced by me watching movies and being like, I want to experience that. I don't know. Hey, stressed, period. I don't know why I have to say the period. Stressed. Okay, so the other thing that just happened this morning, and I just have to say this because I was like, hold on. So my mom was upset about something. I'm not going to say what she was upset about, but she was upset about something. Okay. You know, I was talking to her and she was kind of busy. Like, it was something that was kind of happening in the moment and she's busy on Saturdays. And my dad was like, don't get upset about it. You know, like, things happen. This isn't something to stress about. Then why is that your name, huh? Stressed, period. Anyway, my dad was like, you know, that's not what this is about, and you have other things going on, and this isn't your whole identity, and you're okay, and like, da da da. And he was saying, like, nice, reassuring, comforting things. But in this moment, whatever, I was like, but she doesn't want that. or not to say like she doesn't, like all that stuff is true, but she wants something in this moment. Like, I feel like I can't talk about this unless I kind of talk about it. So, yeah, okay. So, like, she's a teacher. She's a music teacher. And she was upset because it looked like one of her students was going to quit. And that was really disappointing for her because, you know, students say, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's hard. You've, like, taken them from a certain place to another place, and like you want them to keep going. You believe in them and you see their potential and you know that they can really do this. And you feel so good cultivating that in the other person. And you don't want them to give up, and you don't want them to walk away on you again. Like, you want some loyalty, you want some commitment, you want that. Anyway, so my dad was saying like, hey, like, it's okay. This is not the end of the world. You know, kind of that bigger perspective thing. And I was like, yeah, but she wants this student to stay. She wants her students to stay. She wants to have like a huge class. And she's allowed to have that. And don't try to convince her out of that. She shouldn't keep up the story that this student is going to leave or that like her students leave. She definitely should not. But I think so often we do this. Like, we see people upset, and what we end up doing is we try to make them feel like the thing that they want isn't important. And that's stupid. That's stupid. That's like when someone breaks up with you and this feels horrible, by the way. Like, this is an insult. I don't know if you know this, but it's kind of an insult. Like, when someone breaks up with, and you're like, I never liked them. I never liked them. I never trusted them. And you start saying all this like bad stuff about it. It's like, you're upset because you love that person or because you like that person. You want that person. So to put down the thing that they're wanting, like, don't do that. Please don't do that. They're allowed to want what they want, and they actually can have it. Like, my mom can have a huge class. She's an amazing teacher, and she doesn't have to not care about teaching. She doesn't have to realize, oh, there's other things in her life. Like, there are other things in her life. But if she wants what she wants, she can have it. And that's something that I didn't even like realize was a really big conversation that's out there, and like a way that we react to upset, basically, is we see someone upset and we say, don't be upset. And so whatever's upsetting them, we go, no, let's take that away. Oh, that's upsetting you. Okay, that doesn't matter. It does matter. It matters to that person in that moment. It matters to that person in that moment, and that's fine. Yeah. Stockholm. Okay, what are you guys talking about? Okay. Nice guys do not finish last. And stop telling yourself that. So this is like what I wanted. Sorry, I'm talking to you, Mini Muka. Nice guys do not finish last. That's why I put it in quotes, guys. That's why I put it in quotes. Okay. Nice guys do not finish last. Unless you think they do. Unless you think it's a defect that you're nice. And unless you're coming from a place of like, if I'm not nice, I don't get my stuff. Or people don't like me. I have to be nice. I'm trapped in this prison of being nice. No. Okay? You're perfect the way you are. Whether you're nice or not, you are perfect. You are whole and complete. And being nice means many, 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 many different things. But nice guys do not finish last. Okay, that's a stupid myth, and we need to eradicate that. You get to be however you want to be, and you just decide that it works, that people appreciate and like that about you, and that it works. That's it. So it depends on where you're coming from and why you're doing that. If you are manipulating yourself and other people with this niceness thing, then that's something. If you're not genuinely nice, okay. But if you're a nice person, and I think a lot of people are, then that's fine. You're allowed to be nice, and people want that. And like, I really mean this about romantic comedies. I've been watching a lot of romantic comedies, guys. It's because I think I want to write a romantic comedy, and so I'm doing research. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Yeah, we want the nice guy. You do realize that, like, yeah. Yeah. Just know that about you. You're perfect the way you are. You're perfect. You're perfect. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Yes, if you look like the guy on the oatmeal box, that's fine. But that's really true. It's like you don't have to change a goddamn thing about yourself. Ever. Ever. You just have to make it work for you. You just have to decide it works for me. That's it. Okay? If you want to change something about yourself, that's fine too. You can do that, and you can absolutely, like, change your personality, change your appearance, change whatever you want. You can have that too, but you do not have to, ever. And if you're changing yourself while holding on to the belief that you are not enough, you're still gonna have that, because you still have that. Okay, well, now you made me laugh. Well, I just use that anyway as an example, because also it comes down to physical appearance too. Any kind of change, personality change, or whatever. Many guys believe women only want bad guys when they are young in their pair. Yeah, it's just a stupid belief. And it's probably like, whatever. It's probably just looking for some explanation, like, why don't I get what I want? Oh, it's because they like that guy. You don't know who that guy is. That guy might be like the sweetest guy in the world. You don't know. You're seeing evidence for whatever you want to believe. Okay, I'm not getting into that conversation. Gender, I mean, again. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, they are. Also, whatever. You don't need everyone to love you. You just need the people who love you to love you. In their paradigm. Okay, I feel like you guys are talking. Okay, I've been like, I feel like I've been rambling or ranting. There's a difference. But is there anything you guys want to ask me or talk to me about? Thank you. My hair does look nice. The rom-coms. Okay, let's hear them. What are the questions? That's a great question. Sky or Isa? Is it Isa or... I'm assuming it's Isa. Sky or Isa? I think I prefer Isa. Like, that's just more unique. If I'm pronouncing it right. Isa. And then you could call her Zaza. I don't know why, but I was like, that'd be a cute nickname. Zaza. What was my first rom-com? My first rom-com. I don't know. What was it? Probably like Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. Like Disney stuff. Does that count? Is that a rom-com? High School Musical? I've never seen that. I love me some Julia Roberts rom-coms. Like, come on. That woman, that smile, that laugh. She does that laugh and you're like, I love you. My favorite rom-com is Notting Hill. Like, done. I'm done. Slays me. And I also love, so I don't know if this is a rom-com, but I love the BBC version of Pride and Prejudice. The BBC version. Thank you very much. I would, but I've actually been losing my voice, so I'm not gonna sing for you because it won't go very well. like it's I don't know if you guys can tell. I even forgot about that till you asked me to sing, but it's a little wisp. Julia Roberts not a fan? Come on, go watch Notting Hill. I don't think she's like good in everything, but I think like she has that sparkle. She's just so magnetic. Christmas romantic comedies are weird. Like, what's it called? That one where there's all these different Christmas stories. Not into that. I need to focus. Wait, what? Where the wife's husband becomes evil so that she could love the new guy? What is this movie? Like, why are you about to marry this man? Yeah, why are you? And where did this new guy come from? Oh, I do like dog. Sorry. And my piano lessons are going well. Thank you very much. I love how you guys just want to ask me like rando questions. I'm always like, let me help you with your life, and you guys just want to ask normal questions. And maybe that's a great thing. Christmas Vacation, best movie ever. High School Musical. Should I watch High School Musical? Thank you. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very good movie. I mean, I won't, like, there's some bad romantic comedies out there. To the point where I'm like, wow, that got made. But, yeah, it got made. Got made. We did that. We made that. That was a thing. I really liked To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I quite liked that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I've thought about like going full throttle with manifestation, like turning my channel with that focus, but I'm kind of hesitant. Maybe I'll talk about that on the next, well, I mean, I'll just say like briefly, because I'm worried it's a trend, okay? And I am more interested in like a more unified field. I want like to dot up what the Tibetan monks are doing with manifestation, and I know that it's related. And so I want to be I want the unified field. I don't want it to just be like, here, okay guys, you have to affirm all day and you have to do this and this. Like, I think I would get tired of just talking about that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a limitation. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I guess I'm speaking mostly about like, I think there's a big misinterpretation, or at least like there was for me, about, oh, the cause of suffering is wanting, right? Okay. And then if you look at the manifestation community, it's like, hey, I want this. And so you could be like, and this is where it used to be like, I should never want anything ever. And I feel like I've come around really strongly to like that just being a big misunderstanding, and what they're actually speaking of is like being in the state of wanting, of like lack, is suffering. Like, I am not this, and that's actually like a complete lie. Like, you are everything. Everything is present right now within you, and so it's only illusion. It's only like an illusion that you are ever lacking in anything that you want, if that makes sense. But anyway, so like I want that full circle, like all roads lead to Rome kind of thing. Yeah, it is. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. I so wish someone had told me that like 10 years, like when I was born, said, hey, you get to have everything and it's already inside of you. It's already yours. And what hurts you is believing otherwise. I never saw Happy Gilmore. I know about the monks turning their body temperature, that they can heal with heat. Oh, I haven't heard that. I've heard that there's like a practice where monks will like have a competition with one another and melt the snow around their body. So they'll be like up in the mountains where there's snow, obviously, and they'll melt the snow. Their body gets so hot. Maybe this sounds like weird. I can do that. Like I can't melt snow, but I know I can change my body temperature when I really focus and I'm meditating. So I believe that. I have not practiced with healing, but I have seen a lot of crazy shit. Like people healing tumors instantaneously. That was a video I saw, and I believe it. I believe it. So yeah, to me that's the same thing. That's what I mean. Like that is manifestation, but something that I feel that is missing in that community is like everything is a manifestation. And they say this, but then they talk about it like you're gonna get your manifestation, as if like it's this separate thing from life, and it's not. It's ever present. And that's why it's like any other kind of old ancient wisdom is teaching that, but in a different kind of language. And so I'm a little bit worried that that talking about it with manifestation puts it in its own box, and it creates like rules around it, right? Like, and limitations around it, because suddenly it becomes this thing, as opposed to life is limitless. Like that's the only rule, is it's limitless, and you create the container through your consciousness, because that's how it works. That's how you have an experience. An experience is actually through limitations. If you're just wide open awareness, if you're just anything, then you can't have a specific experience. So does that make sense? I've never played Far Cry 5, no. On absolute immortality, do you think it gets boring? No. I don't think it gets boring. I mean, you could argue like we are immortal, meaning that even if we like pass on from this life, well, whatever, regarding your beliefs, do I think that we would get tired of this life and this personality and this, like, yeah, I do think that. But I think you can change things anytime. And I think we could live forever if we really wanted to. I don't know that we would want to live, like, here on this plane of existence forever, though. I don't know. Maybe it'd be fine. I'm glad you're watching me in 780. That's cool. Yeah. A one-woman show. Sure. I mean, I could. I know Wim Hof. I was like really, really into Wim for a while. And I mean, the biggest thing with Wim was like, I just loved his personality. I know that sounds like not the thing you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be like impressed by everything he's done, but I just loved who he was as a human. I just thought, oh, he's so alive and happy. I'm not super into country music. I will not say that I don't like it, because I know there's a huge array of music within the genre of country. And actually, like, my niece has introduced me to some really good country music. It's just not typically what I will listen to. Thoughts on real life cults? Yeah, there's more to life far beyond awareness. Interesting. Okay. Hi. Hi, Elizabeth. Miracle Man. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good example of mind over matter, to put it that way. That we can do so much more than we think. Oh wait, maybe we're talking about someone else. Anyway, Real life cults. Real life cults. What do we think about them? I think people feel safe when other people are in charge. And it gives meaning. So like when you have a community, like a pack, you have meaning. If you have a leader, you have someone with answers. The answers might make no sense, but someone has an answer. So I think that's very attractive to people. And I think that the more in it you are, the more you want to justify your being in it. So that's what I think about it. I think it makes sense to put it that way. People are like, how could they have stayed in that thing? It's like, well, they were obviously getting something from it that they needed, or that it fulfilled something for them. Yeah, community is huge. Community gives us identity. You know what I mean? Oh, I like this song. Sorry, I like this question. Thing is, there's not a clear... Yeah, there's not... there's not. Like, so many things could be cults. So I also think that we should be careful of what we call a cult, because it makes the word less powerful. Like, certain things are cults and certain things are not, and we shouldn't just be like, it's like a cult. It's because there's lots of things that but it's not dangerous in that way. You know what I'm saying? What's a Carolean bear dog? Wait. My favorite songs at the moment. My favorite songs. I really like favorite t-shirt right now, because I was trying to do like a female version of that, and so I was listening to that a lot. What else do I like? I don't know. I just really like... What am I playing on repeat? I'm playing a lot of pop songs lately, so like don't judge, but whatever. That's what I'm into. I'm into like Justin Bieber right now. Whatever. Makes me feel good, you know? Yeah. I just want someone to croon nice things about me in a song. So that's what I'm listening to. Okay. I've been on for an hour. That's the longest with their rules, and yeah. I think with a lot of things we need to look at, like, is it dangerous? Is this harming people emotionally and physically? I did have fun voicing Faith Seed. I mean, that's kind of like is someone gonna be like, I did not have fun? That's like whatever. I was talking to a friend about that. Whenever you have like actor interviews, and you're like, so how was filming the thing? And you're like, it was very good. And they're like, did you like working with that person? And you're like, I did. Because what are you going to say? You're going to be like, no, that person is a piece of, but Scientology is incredible to me. I don't want to put anything down. I cannot believe how it just gets to exist. It's just there. You're like, oh, there's the building of Scientology and in Hollywood. There it is. It just gets to be there. And anyway, I'm not gonna say anything. Whatever. It's they're doing something right. Ever been to Europe? Yeah, of course. Not of course. I know some people who have not. Yes, I have. I have been to Europe. I did meet Greg. Greg is awesome. Like, he fully is. He improvised this, like, what was it? There was this, like, maybe it was an after party, or what was it? But he, like, rallied the whole crew. I mean, like, crew was a little different because it was a video game, as the father, and, like, thanked everyone and did this whole, like, speech out of nowhere. And I don't know if he was just always staying in character, but he always, like, looked at me with those eyes, you know, like incredibly strong eye contact, which I used to do a lot. And then I was like, I don't have to do this anymore. I went through a period where I was like, he's a bit extra. Is that true? That might be true. Only one day. I can't remember. Most of the stuff I did alone. Yeah. I don't know that I could commit like that. I would just feel silly. Just be like, I'm creeping people out. I need to stop. I can't. That's kind of like Jennifer Lawrence, you know, like how she can't stand to be acting when the cameras are on. She's like, I'm not acting anymore. Can you guys leave me alone? Oh, you're not late. You're right on time. You're right on time. Yeah. What do you guys think about method acting? The second you guys... Okay. How is Far Cry 5? Having never played it. Why do you guys like it so much? I think he did. I think he was fully into it. He was like, this is a great idea. And that's what he's now doing. I don't know. What is Greg up to these days? You guys like flock to him and his YouTube channel as well? Does he have a YouTube channel? Does he talk about manifestation? Yeah, I know. Why didn't Joseph talk to me? I was hurt. Okay. I'll see you at the dog park. No, I don't know that he has a YouTube channel. Sorry. I don't like Far Cry 6 either. I wasn't in it. Okay. I feel like if I played video games again, I would get way too into it, so I do not, because I'm scared too. I wish I was in it too. Let's pretend like I was in it. You're so sweet. Thank you. What's overcooked? No, I wasn't. But let's pretend. Wasn't I good in Far Cry 6, guys? It was amazing. Played a completely different character. Yeah. Completely different. I was an heiress. I don't know what Far Cry 6 was about. Where you try to cook food as fast as possible. That sounds so fun! Wait, like a video game or in real life? Wait, you try to cook food as fast. What? I want to play that. I want to play that. Oh, it's a video game. I mean, it'd be good in real life too. Yes, I was a Cuban commando. What's a Cuban commando? What's a commando? I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't even know he gave a eulogy for me. That's nice of him. Oh, is that my favorite video game? I mean, I have like a lot of favorite video games. One of my favorite video games is Earthbound. Because the main character's name is Ness. And I was like, my name's Ness. And he has a baseball bat. And like the towns are so cool and the music's so good and it's just so sweet. And the little like, what are the little, you know, like the weird little guys behind the waterfall? Do you know what I'm talking about? Classic. Ugh, if you haven't played Earthbound, go play Earthbound. This is something about me. The best gift I was ever given. Is this the best gift? I mean, I've gotten a lot of nice gifts. But my first boyfriend, the first year we were together, he made a video game for me. And that was the best gift I've ever gotten. Like, I was a little character and it was like super 2D, like, you know, like 2D and like cheesy and chintzy. It was so, so cute. Yeah, he was good like that. I also really like Stardew Valley. I know. What happened to that game? I hope that still exists somewhere. Yeah, yeah. How did he do that? And I don't know what happened to that game. Anyway. What's the last video game I played? Stardew is excellent. Ugh. And I remember, like, when I played that, I got really, really into it. Again, this is, like, why I don't play video games, because I'm scared. I don't trust myself. I remember I had to, like, I had to have everyone fall in love with me, because I wanted to know what scenarios happened with every character. I wanted to know what happened if I married every... So I did that. And I think, yeah, it wasn't... You didn't have to just marry, like, people of the opposite sex, too. That was cool. I appreciated that. It is The Longest Life. Life is Strange. Oh, wait, that sounds familiar. No, but it sounds familiar. What's Life is Strange? I know. Life is Strange. Give me a hint. It's a choice game. I like choices. Ooh, I like bending time. That sounds like something I would like. Okay, I'm gonna play this. No, I'm not. But will it completely consume my life? Because, yeah, I do have a life. What? You can be a tour guide? What's a tour guide? The deputy. Who's the deputy? Sure. Maybe we did. Okay, I'm gonna play Life is Strange. I'm going to play it. You know what I tried getting into Roblox, but I don't understand. I was trying to play it on my phone, which probably isn't the best way to play it. Oh, sure. Then yeah, we totally did. I feel so bad. I can't remember his name. The person who played you guys, I guess. Yeah. Because he just had a camera on his head. Look. You ever gonna make an album? Hook me up with some producers. When my voice is better. I want to make an album. That would be a dream come true. Okay, I feel like this is devolving into like a Far Cry conversation. So I'm not gonna do that. I auditioned. I've kind of talked about that. I talked about that somewhere. How I got it. Have I ever had a dog or a cat? Or a pet, excuse me. I have always had a pet. Always. I mean, I guess I went for a few years not living at home. And But growing up, we always had cats. And then we got a miniature schnauzer. And I guess I was like preteen or something. And his name was Algernon Moncrief. And if you guys know that reference, thumbs up to you. And yeah, so we always had cats. And then we had Algie. And now we have Peepa, who's a Shih Tzu. And we have another cat. And I had a cat with my ex, the guy who made a video game, whose name was Roman Mars. And if you know who that is, double thumbs up to you. Okay. Oh, you want a dog? Get a dog. Yeah. I know you want a dog. Don't you love just the term dep on there? Okay. What breed should you get? Firstly, any allergies? Secondly, big dog, small dog. What are we talking? Thirdly, are you going to adopt? Are you going to a breeder? Like, these are important things to think about. And then, like, I just think personality is what matters. People do tend to get pets that look like them. I've met one nice Chihuahua. He was so nice. Sorry. No, he was. It was the cutest Chihuahua I've ever seen. It was on set for like a short. It was the nicest Chihuahua I've ever seen in my life. And even the girl who owned it was like, I know I hate Chihuahuas, but this one's special. Oh, Labradors are amazing. Yeah, middle size. Cool. Maybe breeder. Labradors, like a chocolate lab. Oh my God. Chocolate lab. Dalmatians are also just like cool. When I see one, I'm like, that's a nice looking dog. I like Cocker Spaniels too. I might just like Lady and the Tramp, which is also a romantic comedy. But I also I like mixed dogs too. I kind of like when you're like, I don't know what you are, but you're a great dog. Oh, you should absolutely get a dog. Yeah, I think they can be nice. I think it's wrong to put an entire breed of dog under the bus, right? So like I used to hate Shih Tzus, or not, I was just like, this is a ridiculous dog. But then that's what my parents have and I love her. Black Lab, oh. Yeah. So I think you have to get a dog now. You have to. You have to tell us all about it. Okay. I have to go. I have plans tonight. That's probably true. That's like really, really true. It is a responsibility and like really take care of that puppy. Really take care of it. Cool. Good. All right. It was so nice talking to you. I love you very, 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 very much. I might do these more often. I might. I was like thinking I could maybe do one like middle of the week too. Pit bulls can be like really, really sweet, and there's some of the dogs that end up most at the pound because people are afraid of them. But again, they take responsibility. So I'm a big fan of like adopting pit bulls or that kind of thing. Okay, I love you guys so much, and have an amazing night.